Mechanical competence often masks the underlying intentions of those who dwell in shadows.
Fear is a powerful catalyst that drives even the strongest to flee unexpectedly.
Small beginnings in grand machines often signal the start of legendary journeys ahead.
True freedom is found when the road ahead is as limitless as ambition. Chaos emerges when the foundation of our progress begins to unexpectedly crumble away.
Momentum without control leads only to a path of inevitable downward destruction today.
Unity in pursuit of a common goal bridges the gap between different species.
Obstacles are merely puzzles, waiting for a creative mind to solve them effectively.
Contemplation often precedes the moment of true innovation in a difficult situation.
Resourcefulness is the tool that transforms a dire failure into a coming success.
A sturdy knot represents the first tether between a problem and its resolution.
Strength is not found in muscles alone, but in the coordination of efforts.
Persistence forces the stubborn earth to release what it has claimed as its own.
The joy of victory is sweetest when shared with a companion who struggled.
Diligence in cleaning ensures that the scars of battle do not become permanent.
Fitting the pieces back together requires a delicate balance of force and precision.
Security is built one turn at a time, ensuring a stable foundation for travel.
Every hurdle overcome adds another layer of resilience to the spirit of adventure. Harvesting rewards requires the same focused effort as overcoming the harshest of obstacles.
Nature provides bounty to those who are willing to reach out and take.
Proper storage of a harvest ensures the longevity of hard-earned rural efforts.
The kitchen serves as the ultimate laboratory for transforming raw nature's bounty.
Preparation requires a meticulous eye for color and a steady, patient hand.
Infusing solids with liquids creates the essential base for a nutritious blend.
Mechanical speed disintegrates individual elements into a singular, cohesive, and tasty harmony.
Distribution of the final product marks the successful conclusion of the culinary process.
Shared consumption fosters a deeper bond between those who work together daily.
Window shopping ignites the internal fire of desire for new, exciting possibilities.
Shared longing for a dream can be just as powerful as fulfillment.
Economic reality often stands as the final gatekeeper to our heartfelt desires.
Climbing toward one's goals requires a steady hand and unwavering upward focus. Precision in the harvest ensures that only the finest fruits are selected. Accumulating the rewards of labor brings a profound sense of quiet satisfaction.
Purification is the essential bridge between the wild harvest and domestic creation.
Combining ingredients is the first step in the alchemy of artisanal cooking.
Patience transforms simple sugar and fruit into a rich, complex sensory experience.
Creating the foundation of bread requires a physical investment of great energy.
Kneading dough is a rhythmic meditation that develops the strength of character. Transforming a mass into a canvas requires focus and even pressure.
The final roll combines all previous efforts into one single promise.
Seal within the dough the fruit of many hours of dedicated labor.
A golden wash provides the final aesthetic shine before the heat takes over.
Transitioning from potential to baked reality requires the forge of intense heat.
Growth occurs in the quiet darkness of the oven's intense, controlled warmth. Success is measured by the aroma and the perfect golden hue of persistence.
Adding a final touch of sweetness elevates simple craft into a masterpiece.
The accumulation of effort is the only true path to tangible rewards. Counting the cost of one's desires is the final step toward acquisition.
The final sprint toward a goal is fueled by pure, unadulterated excitement.
Verifying that the dream is still there is a moment of profound relief.
Possession begins with the first tactile connection between owner and the object.
Carrying the weight of a fulfilled promise is a joyous physical burden.
Preparing a surprise for another requires a selfless and meticulous creative focus.
Meticulous care in the details reveals the depth of one's true intentions.
The finishing touch of love transforms a simple object into a legacy. True belonging is felt most deeply during moments of shared domestic peace. The anticipation of giving often exceeds the joy of receiving for many. Awakening to a dream realized is the ultimate reward for loyal companions.
Tangible proof of friendship exists within the simple act of a gift.
Flight represents the liberation of the spirit from the mundane, earthly struggles.
Love is the silent language that connects all living beings across barriers.
Preparation of the harvest is a ritual that honors the hard work.
Combining flavors requires a delicate touch and a deep understanding of ingredients.
Structural integrity in cooking ensures that the final result is truly satisfying.
The reward of effort is the shared joy of a meal prepared together.
A bountiful harvest represents the zenith of a season's hard, honest labor.
Hidden threats emerge from shadows when the bounty is most plentiful today.
Parasites thrive by consuming the hard-won rewards of the more industrious creatures.
Defending one's territory against overwhelming numbers requires courage and a strategy.
Recognizing the limits of one's strength is the first step of leadership.
Specialized assistance arrives when the call for help is answered with purpose.
Experience provides the quiet precision needed to resolve a chaotic situation successfully. Patience and the right incentive are the keys to catching any thief.
The removal of a threat allows the community to thrive once again.
Honorable exchange of value solidifies a bond of mutual respect and trust.
A bountiful harvest depends on the unwavering vigilance of the field's true guardians.
Envy often leads the desperate to sabotage the prosperity of the hard-working.
Malice hides in the wires, waiting to ignite the engine of total destruction.
Sudden failure reveals the hidden flaws intentionally planted by an unseen enemy.
Rapid response is the only shield against the consuming hunger of an engine fire. Cowardice often follows the spark of chaos as the culprit flees the scene. Communication bridges the gap between the victim and the swift arm of justice.
Authority arrives with thunderous speed to restore order to the violated landscape.
Vertical progression toward the goal requires both physical agility and mental focus.
The final severing of the fruit marks the successful transition from growth to harvest.
Collecting the results of labor brings a profound sense of grounded, natural fulfillment.
Cleansing the harvest is a vital ritual that prepares nature for human consumption.
Transforming raw materials into preserved sweetness requires constant heat and unwavering attention.
The foundation of any creation begins with the physical blending of disparate elements.
Shaping the path forward requires a firm hand and a consistent application of force.
Come on. Infusing the core with sweetness ensures the final result will be deeply rewarding.
A final protective coating prepares the fragile creation for the upcoming forge of heat.
Placing the work into the fire is the ultimate act of faith in one's craft. The final glaze adds a necessary brilliance to a long journey of craft.
The clink of coins is the music of a dream coming true.
Careful management of resources ensures that no effort is ever truly wasted.
Action. Purposeful movement transforms a simple walk into a race toward destiny.
Acquisition of the dream is the final reward for tireless dedication.
The heavy box carries the lightness of a heart finally fulfilled.
Homecoming is the sanctuary where every long journey finds its purpose. Selfless labor transforms into a gesture of pure, unconditional friendship today.
Meticulous attention to detail is the silent signature of a masterpiece.
The finishing ribbon seals a promise made during the long harvest. Rest is the well-earned sanctuary for those who have labored together.
The moment of offering is the bridge between two loyal hearts.
Awakening to kindness provides the most enduring warmth in the winter. Unwrapping a dream realized is the ultimate reward for seasonal perseverance.
True flight is achieved when shared joy takes over the room.
Precision is the silent foundation upon which every great creation is built. Controlled power transforms raw nature into the elegant shapes of human imagination.
Silent observation by Cognition provides the necessary witness to hard labor.
The act of cutting is an irreversible step toward a defined outcome.
Refinement removes the rough edges of effort to reveal the true form.
Diligence in the smallest details ensures the integrity of the final whole.
Pausing to reflect allows the creator to see the progress of the soul. Identity is forged when we paint our own colors onto our work.
Playfulness is the essential partner to the serious nature of hard work.
Internal mechanics provide the function that allows the form to truly fly.
The final screw completes a long cycle of creation and focused persistence.
Mutual admiration for a job well done strengthens the spirit of companionship.
Every small coin is a seed planted for a future harvest of joy.
The final dash toward a long-held goal is fueled by pure excitement.
Secret acts of kindness provide the most enduring warmth during the winter.
True rest is the reward for a season of dedicated and honest labor.
The bridge between expectation and fulfillment is often built by a friend. Awakening to a realized dream is the greatest gift of a lifetime. Mastery over the machine requires a gentle touch and a perfectly focused mind.
Pure wonder is the ultimate reward for a season of tireless, honest labor.
Success takes flight when the spirit is finally freed from earthly burdens today.
New seasons bring new challenges that require the same level of dedication.
Old rivalries often resurface when prosperity begins to bloom in the open air.
Preventative maintenance is the silent shield against the threat of future failure.
Stability is found in the tight connection between the tools and the machine.
Edges. Even the smallest light can illuminate the path toward a complex solution.
The spark of ignition is the final validation of a creator's steady hand.
Momentum is regained as the team moves toward the next great harvest.
Fertile land demands constant care to yield its most precious, heavy fruits.
Jealousy creates a dangerous focus on the success of others instead of self.
Touch confirms the ripeness of life's work under the warm, midday sun today.
Stealth is the weapon of the coward who fears an honest, open confrontation.
Intuition senses the subtle shift in the air when malice draws near silently.
Corruption of the source quickly leads to the complete failure of the machine.
Ignorance of betrayal is a heavy veil that blinds even the most diligent.
External interference manifests as a violent breakdown of the natural mechanical order today.
Empty joy is found in the destruction of what one cannot build themselves.
Hard evidence reveals the calculated path of a disruptor who hates genuine progress.
The monkey initiates a digital SOS to counter the baboon's malicious sabotage.
Justice arrives with high-speed precision to restore the order of the farm.
Velocity meets authority as the chase for the striped culprit begins today.
Shackles of the law halt the destructive path of a jealous rival. A handshake solidifies a pact of safety between the law and industry.
Harvesting gold from the green stalks requires focus and a steady grip.
Peeling back layers reveals the sweet reward of a season's hard work.
Stacking the bounty ensures the trailer carries the weight of true success.
The rhythmic removal of husks reveals a season of careful outdoor growth.
Shared bounty becomes a powerful bond that transcends the limits of species.
Cold refreshment is the necessary antidote to the heat of the fields.
A final touch of citrus provides the balance needed for true relaxation.
The end of the day brings the peace of a job well done.
Even the simplest thirst is quenched by the fruit of one's own vines.
Success is a sign that the heart and hand worked in harmony.
A clumsy hand often betrays the malicious intent hidden within a dark heart.
Steady momentum on the path of labor brings the harvest home safely today.
An alliance of different strengths ensures the farm's prosperity stays completely unchallenged.
Even the smallest thieves cannot hide when the light of justice finally falls.
Consequences accelerate when the law finds the trail of the striped saboteur.
Transforming the field's bounty into a meal is a quiet, sacred art.
True partnership is found in the smallest gestures of mutual, silent support.
Abundance grows when we invite others to share in our collective success.
The circle of harvest is complete when the meal is shared together.
Peace is the final harvest for those who work with honest hearts.
Foundational efforts determine the strength of the structures we build for our community.
True progress is achieved through a steady climb and a very clear vision.
Securing the final pieces ensures the safety of the sanctuary we create today.
A finishing touch of paint symbolizes the pride taken in a job well done.
Sudden catastrophe can threaten to consume the fruits of even the longest labors.
Destruction arrives without warning, testing the resilience of those who built from nothing.
Emergency response is the final desperate stand against the hunger of the flames.
Combating chaos requires a steady hand and a powerful flow of collective resolve.
Recovery begins when we acknowledge what has been lost and decide to rebuild.